Assalamu alaikum. This is Tanveerul Hassan and welcome to Labversity. I'm your instructor for the course number 4024 Mathematics of O levels. Today our topic will be trigonometry. You must know why trigonometry is important and what we are going to learn in trigonometry. Trigonometry is a tool of indirect measurement on the places where the direct measurement cannot be done or it is not advisable to do the direct measurement, so we go for the trigonometric calculations. In this chapter we will be doing simple trigonometry, further trigonometry and three-dimensional, which we call 3D trigonometry. I can give you example how we are going to use trigonometry or what is indirect method, why we are using indirect method of measurement, that is called trigonometry. You cannot calculate the height of the sun from earth by some measuring tape or by some any other instrument. You need few angles, few lengths in which you are going to use to indirectly calculate the height of the sun, the angle of elevation and many other things which cannot be done practically. Now, first topic will be simple trigonometry. In simple trigonometry, we are going to discuss two things: Pythagoras theorem and trigonometric ratios. Trigonometric ratios. Simple trigonometry is all about right angles. What are right angles? In right angle triangle, a type of polygon which is three-sided and one of the angle must be a 90 degree. Such type of a triangle is called a right angle triangle. Here we see a right angle triangle which is right angled at C, A, B, C. A triangle, a right angle triangle 90 degree at C. The side opposite to the angle which is 90 degree is always called hypotenuse, and it is always the largest side of the triangle. And if our angle we are considering is this, let's say the angle is theta, then opposite side, we may call it a simply opposite side or perpendicular of the triangle, and the side which is joining 90 degree with this angle, that is AC here, is called adjacent, or some people in some book it is written as base. What is the relation between the length of these three sides was found out by a Greek mathematician and philosopher, Pythagoras. He said hypotenuse, which is the largest side, its length if squared is equal to two other sides which are smaller than hypotenuse must be squared and summed. So when we have a hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square, and if this become correct for any triangle, that means it is a right angle triangle. Let's take, if this side is 5, this side is 3, and this side is 4 centimeter. If it is a right angle triangle, mean at some angle it is 90 degree, it must follow Pythagoras theorem. Hypotenuse, which is 5 in this case, 5 square is equals to 3 square plus 2 square. 5 square is 25, 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16. So we have 25 is equals to 25. That means left hand side is equals to right hand side. So it is a Pythagoras theorem. From Pythagoras theorem, we can evaluate two things. Number one, largest side which is opposite to the 90 degree is always hypotenuse. Number two, the sum of other two small sides squared should be equal to the square of hypotenuse, the largest side. Now, how it is written in the books? In some books, this Pythagoras theorem is written as hypotenuse square directly by writing the name is equals to perpendicular, or some people write it opposite, plus adjacent or base square. In some book, the corner, which is vertex, opposite to the vertex, the side will be named as small letter c. Opposite to the vertex A, the length BC will be named as small a. And opposite to the vertex B, the length AC can be called as small b. So they write c squared, which means hypotenuse square, is equals to perpendicular squared or opposite square plus base square. Or some people write it AB, which is again the length of the hypotenuse. AB squared is equals to BC squared, which is perpendicular, plus AC squared. And if you write base first and afterward perpendicular, no issue. Same thing. Hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square, or perpendicular square plus base square. And one of the use is, if we are given all the three sides of any triangle, we can prove whether it is a right angle triangle or not, like we did in this case. Another use of Pythagoras theorem is that if two of the sides of a triangle is known to us, by manipulating and using the manipulation, algebraic manipulation, we can find the third side. Like here, if we know 5 square is equals to 3 square plus base square. Let's assume we don't know what is the base. By 5 square minus 3 square is equals to 3 square minus 3 square plus base square. What I did, I put minus 3 on both sides because it is an equation. Minus 3, this will balance minus 3 here. Or in short, most of the people say that we have shifted 3 here, and by shifting the 3, we are writing it minus 3. The genuine thing is that we add minus 3 square on both sides. What will happen? Minus 3 square plus 3 square will cancel each other. We will have 25 minus 9 is equals to base squared. 16 is equals to base squared. Now adding under root on both sides, because it is an equation again, we can do same operation on both sides. So base will become 4 centimeter because the unit is centimeter. So this is the use of Pythagoras theorem. Number 1, if all the sides are known, you can prove whether it is a right angle triangle or not. Number 2, if two of the sides are known, third side can be found out by the method of algebraic manipulation. Thank you.